not just being a Pitt guy, but a Pittsburgh guy as well? What kind of pride do you take in being here and being the keynote speaker?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, just thinking back on my time and the decisions that were on the table for me in high school, there were a lot. There was a lot of outside noise and big-time schools, big-time coaches that came to West Allegheny High School to recruit me. And I think back, and the decision I made to come to Pittsburgh was the best decision I ever made in my life. Right down the hill, about 25 minutes from where I grew up, and there's nothing like staying home and playing in front of your city. And as you see, as these years go on, you see a lot more kids from the Whitfield want to choose Pittsburgh. And it was an awesome experience, and I'm happy to be here today.
Who made Pitt rise above the noise, like you said?
Dave Wanstead, him coming from the NFL was huge, and it was like, what's my best path of getting to the NFL? And Dave Wanstead had a big part in doing that and showing us that vision. And C.J. Davis, who was a former teammate of mine, came to Pitt the year before I came, and I wanted to follow him. Obviously wanted to follow Tyler Pelko, who was 4 years older than me from West Allegheny, so we kept it close. We're like brothers, and just wanted to follow their footsteps.
Can you walk us through how it came to be that you were the keynote speaker today? Did Narduzzi call you up? How did it all come to be?
So I usually take my nap right after the morning show. It's around 10:45. I usually take a nap for about 30 minutes, a little power nap. And I just laid down. I forget what I was watching. I think something scary. I usually watch a lot of scary movies. And my phone starts buzzing. I'm like, all right, who is this? And I look over, and it's Pat Narduzzi. So I'm like, oh, bleep. If Pat Narduzzi is calling me, it's probably something serious. He never calls me. So I pick up. He's like, hey, Dorin, how you doing? I'm sitting on the beach right now. This is his time off in July. He's like, I just wanted to know if you wanted to be the keynote speaker. And I was like, wow, really? It was just such an amazing phone call to hear that. And I know some of the former speakers that have been here and just how big of an honor that is. And I was just so excited. He was so excited. And then we were talking about the season and things of that nature. So getting that call from Pat Narduzzi was awesome.
What's it been like following your pro career to come back to Pittsburgh, settle down, work for the fan, and then also still be involved with the Pitt football program?
It's a dream come true, really. And I did write a letter to my 17-year-old self about a couple years ago saying thank you for choosing the University of Pittsburgh, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. If I'd have went to USC, like I was saying before, and Florida or Ohio State, probably wouldn't be as ingrained in the community as I am now, especially on the radio and doing the broadcast for Pitt football, doing some TV. So just really proud of my younger teenage self of making a smart decision of staying home and going to Pitt.
Dorin, just what's been your impression just of this 2025 Panthers team? From the guys they have coming back to the character to the potential, just what's your vibe on this team?
Well, my vibe is that if you have two All-Americans on your team, and one being on offense and one being on defense. Look at behind you. Look. There he is right there, Coach Narduzzi. If you have two All-Americans on your team, and one being on offense and one being on defense, you should be a good football team. Those guys are the best in the country, and you should rally around those guys. Eli Holstein's going into his second year. Cade Bell's going into his second year in this offense. This is a big step. It's a big growth moment for both of those two, and they showed what they were capable of last year. They just didn't complete it. So I'm expecting big things. They have a lot of guys that can play at a high level. Rasheem Bowles being another one. I mean, he's right on the cusp of being one of the best in the country too. So we'll see if they can put it together. But whenever you have two big-time players, two of the best in the country, you should be all right.
Can you give us some of the highlights of what you're planning on addressing today and how you came up with what you wanted to talk about?
Well, I kind of wanted to relate it to everybody in the room. Not everybody has played football, but everybody has been a part of a business or owns a business or has a title in a business. And that's kind of how I looked at my career. And, what my speech is going to be like is the mentality of being a part of a business or running a business. And hopefully people can grasp, what I'm talking about there. But there's different levels in business that, you get different titles: director, manager, vice president, CEO, and there's different mentalities that come with that. So hopefully that all wraps up together for football.
I know the All-Americans that is coming back. What is the pressure like for guys like Des and Kyle to follow up their seasons in blue?
There's a lot of pressure. It's a big title. It's a big nameplate above your body and who you are. But at the same time, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I did that last year. I got to do it again. It is a lot of pressure. It's harder to stay on top of the hill than to climb up the hill. So, but football players love that challenge. Athletes love that challenge. Media loves the challenge. And we all want to compete. So you want to be your best self, and I think those guys will be able to do it.
I know you said you're going to be talking to the room as a whole, but what is the message you're hoping to specifically drive into these seniors for this year's team?
Empty the tank. You know, you only get one shot at this, really, and this could be your last shot for some of those seniors to ever play football again. What do you really have to lose but to empty your tank every single day? Your mentality every day and your approach every day should be, I got to give 100%, and not just on the field, but off the field, because that's contagious to what you do on the field. So it has to be 24/7, 365 from here on out. If you want to win, if you want to be great, you have to do it every single second of the day, and you'll have some good success if you do those things.